So welcome to another Feel Great Business Professional Focus. I am going to be interviewing the absolutely amazing Vanessa Stevens. I met Vanessa online when she was doing hosting a presentation for her company. And I was absolutely blown away. So you're in for a phenomenal installment tonight of Professional Focus. When she tells you her story, it's absolutely fantastic. Hi. So Vanessa is married to Quinn, and she's got 5 beautiful kids, one that you've just seen there, which is just amazing. And she lives in Utah, out in the US of A. She is a phenomenal business owner, very, very successful in her boutique business, which is called The Nest on Main, which I had a good look at last night, nearly ready to shop since we're in quarantine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to invite Vanessa. If you could just tell us your story about your professional story, how you were so successful, and then how you got into this business.
All right, great. Thank you, Sharon, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you for having me. I am always so happy to share my story. I love being able to pay it forward, right? Because this business has done so much for my life. It's blessed my life in so many more ways than one, so many more ways than just financially. We have an incredible community, as you know, Sharon, of just uplifting individuals with the same goal. And it's just been such a blessing to my life. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to share. All right, so as Sharon said, my name is Vanessa Stevens, and I've got 5 incredible boys, ranging in ages from 19, down to 3. So I've got a 19-year-old, I have to think for a second, 19, 16, 15, 11, and 3. And they are my absolute whole world. I absolutely love them. And as Sharon mentioned, I'm a boutique owner. We live in Spanish Fork, Utah. And 8 years ago, we bought our boutique. And we thought that it was going to align perfectly with all of our hopes and our dreams and our goals for life. And what those were we wanted the time flexibility to be able to, I wanted to be there when my kids got home from school every single day. I wanted to be able to be at all their activities. We wanted to have a family business that we could work together, and we could teach our boys how to work, and we could, accomplish these things together. And we thought for sure it was going to give us that time freedom, that financial freedom, that flexibility that we wanted. So as we got started in the business, our first year, it was a slap in the face. That is not what it gave us. It didn't give us any of that. It actually gave us the complete opposite. So we struggled financially. I mean, owning a business, starting a business is so hard. It is so much harder than a traditional business, right? It's so much harder than you'd ever imagine you would ever know unless you've actually done it yourself. And so it gave us the complete opposite. Like, my boys were at home raising themselves pretty much while I was trying to grow this successful business. And so we did get really lucky though, and we were able to go viral, like completely viral within our first year. And we went from 90,000 in sales to 1.5 million within our first year. Like, it was insane. We exploded, and we thought at that point, we're like, okay, we really did make the right decision. This really is going to give us everything we ever wanted. But quickly, again, we realized whether we were rolling in the dough, super successful, or whether we were scraping pennies, we did not own this boutique. The boutique owned us, and it ruled our lives, literally. Like, it was killing me. It was killing our relationship. It was taking these precious moments away from our family that we were never going to get back. And so we realized this is not what we want. This is not what we were looking for. And so we were open. We were looking for something different. We were praying for something different to come into our lives. And it was at that time when Nu Skin came to our lives. And I always mention that I believe that it was by the grace of God. I believe it was an answer to our prayers, because we were open. We were looking for something more. And we were looking for something more for our family and for our boys. And that's, that was our whole focus in buying the boutique. So when this came into our lives, it was like a no-brainer for us. We were like, okay, we were told it was free to start. So we'd spent thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on our boutique. And we thought, this is a no-brainer. We're jumping in and we're going to give this a shot. And so we were, again, fortunate enough to be able to take off quickly with this business. We earned a trip to South Africa within just a couple months. We were able to replace my husband's full-time income shortly after starting. He quit his job, and one of the first things we did that I absolutely love was we bought an RV and we traveled coast to coast with our boys, with our 5 boys. So we threw them all in the RV. We went from Seal Beach, California to New York City, and we spent 2.5 weeks on the road, and it was like a dream come true. Like, that's the life that we were looking for. That is what we wanted. And so we looked at each other and we decided we had found our vehicle, and we were never getting off this train. We were staying on this train forever. And we would go wherever it was going to take us, because this was giving us the freedom that we were looking for when we, started a business. And so we're just forever grateful for this opportunity. And it's also given us, we were looking to have a business where we could work together as a family, right? And so we've got a 19-year-old son. He now does this with us. Our 16-year-old son and 15-year-old, they're chomping at the bit, just waiting until they can join, right? So it's also given us that family business that we were looking for, and that time together. So we work from home, my husband and I. My son, he comes up to my office every day, asks me, what are we doing today, Mom? We're building our team and our business together. It's just been incredible. So one more thing, sorry, hopefully I'm not going.
That's fine, go.
Okay, so another blessing that it's been for us is we had our brick and mortar store, and because of Nu Skin, we've been able to sell the brick and mortar about a year ago and step away from the boutique a little bit more. And right now, during this hard time that we're all going through, that this whole world is going through together, we would have had to shut our doors and we would be going down fast. And I don't think that we'd be able to recover from this. And so because of Nu Skin, we are in this business that's flourishing right now. We're in a community that's actually like growing during this time. And I'm so very grateful for that, because if not, we'd be going under, and I really don't think we'd recover from this time. So as you can tell, I'm very passionate about this. I love this company. I love this business. I love to be able to help others and to be able to, like I said in the beginning, pay it forward and give this gift to somebody else. So I hope that my story resonates with somebody today.
I am sure it will resonate with quite a lot of people. Absolutely, Vanessa. So a few things that I wanted to kind of pick up on. You had said that you were ready and you were looking for an opportunity. Now, you live in Utah. Utah is the home of direct sales. Mm-hmm. What attracted you to this company, and how were you introduced to this company? Did someone approach you, or did you approach someone else?
So yes, we live in the hub for direct sales, and we've been approached several times. I mean, especially being a successful business owner, everybody approaches you. Join my business, join my business. And so what attracted me to this was we were approached, and it was because we were open, and we were approached by somebody that we love and we trusted. And they said, you know what, you should try this. It's going crazy. You've got the following, you've got everything it takes. So it's free to start. So that's what really attracted us. We're like, hey, we don't have to invest anything. And it was somebody that we trusted and we loved. So, and we were open to it. So we were ready. We were at 12 o'clock. We were ready for something in our lives. So that's what attracted us to this. And because it was somebody that we trusted and we loved, and that it was free. That was really big.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I mean, we know that it's free to join up. It's not free to do, because obviously it's a bit like being a hairdresser. You can't be a hairdresser without a pair of scissors. Exactly. You can't be a boutique owner without clothes.
Exactly.
So it's although it is free, it's a great way of people saying, do you know what, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's give it a shot. However, that does create some people who it's so easy for them to say it didn't work for me. Yes. So one of the points that you brought up there was you got started really quick and you were very successful. So can I ask you, what was the initial thing that you'd done that made it successful, and was there a product or a line that made that happen for you?
So just like you said, nothing earned, nothing gained. Is that what you said? Is that the term? I, as a business owner, and I know that a lot of people, even if you don't own a business, you know that it's going to take work, whether it's free or not. Like you're going to have to put in the time and the effort. You are going to have to invest something. And so going back to your question, um, I guess the way that we were able to be successful right away is I had that mentality. I had the mentality of, I'm going to have to put in the time. I'm going to have to put in the effort. Like, we did think, okay, we're just going to jump on this train and see where it takes us. But I knew that we weren't going to be able to jump on the train and just sit there, right? We had to jump on, and we had to put in the effort. We had to put in the time, and we did have to invest a little bit of money. We didn't have to, it doesn't require you to, but we knew in order to be successful that we were going to have to do that. And so having that mindset, we had our why, we had the systems, we had the incredible company that backed us, and we were able to plug those systems in and run with it with our desire and our hopes and our why. And that's how we were successful. We didn't just jump on and just sit there.
Yeah.
We were actually put in the time and the effort and the belief.
So what product did you launch with, and did you launch online or offline?
So we launched with the whitening toothpaste, and we launched online. We used the systems, as we talked about, that were in place. We just plugged right in. We got a post up about the whitening toothpaste. Again, it went completely viral. We sold thousands of tubes. And, whether it be the whitening toothpaste, whether it be the Lumi Spa, whether it be any of our products, we have incredible products. We have an incredible system that backs us. We have an incredible company. So no matter what product it is that you launch with, because of the company that we're partnered with, and if you have that belief, you will be successful. I can promise you that.
Absolutely. So what advice would you give to someone who, let's say they copy, because we know this is a duplication process. So somebody joins your team, they say, okay, how did you get started? You say, we started with the whitening toothpaste. This is what we've done. We followed the systems. They do their post and they get nothing.
And they get nothing. So what I do with that situation is I always go back to personal development. I always go back to stories too. Like, I always share stories, because I think it's kind of been not a downfall, but for us to have a huge following and to have this huge business, people look at us and they think, well, if I don't have this huge business, I can't do this. If I don't have this huge following, I can't do this. But do you know what? I have a friend in South Africa that she had like 10 followers on Facebook. She lives in a city of like 50 people, and she doesn't live in South Africa, I'm sorry, she lives in Canada, but she earned her trip to South Africa with only 10 followers and with living in a city of 50 people. You guys, it just takes desire. It takes a why, and it takes plugging into the system. So if you have your first post and you get nothing, there's more. You've got friends that have friends, and we've got something more for you to be able to help you to plug in and to be successful. All you need is that belief in yourself, in the company, and in the system. And I promise you, your leaders can direct you in the direction to where you can still have success. Don't get discouraged. It might take some time, but you will be successful.
So if someone had came along to you and said, Vanessa, I've got this amazing business opportunity for your boutique to sell whitening toothpaste, you probably wouldn't have gave it a second thought. You would have been like, no, it's not for me. So it's really the business and the business of being able to give you that leveraged income and financial freedom. Is that right?
Oh, definitely, yes. Because we've been, as I said before, we've been approached by several. Every day people come and say, I've got this amazing product, you should sell it. I'm not looking just for another product to sell. I've got products to sell. Yes, it's definitely that leveraged income. The company that's 35 years old with so much integrity, and just the bigger picture of being able to help others, and we lift each other, right? Helping somebody helps me as well. And so it's just that whole, the whole system of lifting each other and being able to help each other rise to the top together.
Definitely. And how many countries do you think your business spans over now?
So our business is actually mostly in the US. We are only in about 3 or 4 countries.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
So as a brick and mortar boutique, you possibly wouldn't have had that way to grow unless you had a really good online presence, as you do. But it can be very challenging for inventory, for shipping, for doing your accounts, etc. If you're shipping all over the world, this is one
Absolutely.
of the key things, as when you're speaking to other business owners, is Nu Skin take care of all of that.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Like if we were to grow worldwide, I mean, we'd have to have a crazy amount of inventory, crazy amount of staff, insurance, like all of this crazy stuff that you have to have. And yes, Nu Skin takes care of it all. I don't carry any inventory, zero. I don't have to, I don't have to invest in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of inventory and overhead and employees and, just everything that you have to do with the traditional business. So yes, that was very, very attractive to me.
Yeah, fantastic. And I absolutely love that the boys are getting involved, because I think it's something that a lot of people ask is, and some people can be, because they don't understand the whole direct selling industry, or know exactly who to go to within that industry. It's just like going and buying a motor vehicle and you don't like that garage and you tar them all with the one stick. You
Yeah.
know, it's each company has got their goods and their bads, etc. One of the biggest things that I love about this company is the heart. Like, they have the hugest heart, and I would never have totally believed it until I was at Live, over in Salt Lake City, and there was 18,000 people there, and the founders just oozed love, care. They were commenting on people's Facebooks.
Mhm.
It's a huge heart. Have you experienced that yourself?
Oh, definitely. With Sandy Tillotson, her, motto is motivated by love. Like they're motivated by giving back and by doing more for this world, for the community. I mean, she truly is. And you feel that when you meet her. Like she's incredible. I've given her a hug, like the founder of the company. She comes up to me and she gives me a hug, and she'll take one-on-one time with you. You truly feel, yes, it's an incredible community. I love the Force for Good Foundation. We're always, so just recently, really quick, I don't know if you know this, but they were going to release the hand sanitizer for us distributors to be able to sell and distribute. But they actually decided for that first shipment to donate all of it. They donated it all. So we don't have any to sell. And that's totally okay with me, because it's for, there's a bigger picture. They're giving back, and that's their first priority. And I absolutely love that they did that. So yes, that's a huge part of this company.
Absolutely. Well, I just have to say thank you so, so much. I know that you're going to inspire so many, and especially mums out there who are running their own business, and the normal objection that you would get would be, I don't have time. You
Mm-hmm.
have just proven that you can run a really successful 1.9 million, was it?
1.5.
1.5 million dollar business, and do this as well in the cracks and slithers of your day to make it a success, that now this legacy can be willed to your children.
Yep.
And no matter whether you work the business or not at a certain level, if you build it right once, it'll pay you for life.
So true. I love that. And like you said, I didn't have the time. And a lot of us think we don't have the time. But if you want it, and if you see the vision and you see what it can bring you in the future, you'll make the time. You'll work that into the cracks and slivers of your life, as you said.
Absolutely. And I know that your time is so precious, and I really do thank you. So thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your story. Thanks for inspiring myself and the rest of my team, which is just phenomenal. And I can't wait to interview you again down the line.
Thank you, Sharon. It was so great to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.